Hello world. It is 3:30 Saturday, December the 14th. I'm sorry. Oh man, time has been funny style lately. It seems as if it goes fast and then it moves slow. Excuse the bathroom in the background. I'm sitting on the floor. I was working out. I have got these and this. Yeah, you gotta get it how you live, so I do. And I still have this on. Haven't left yet. I had a meeting earlier today. Some very nice women came from a Catholic church to offer financial assistance to my daughter and I for the situation that we found ourselves in. My roommate unfortunately shot and killed himself the beginning of October. Rest his soul. I miss him very much. He is missed deeply every day. He was a good friend. He was my only friend, honestly. So, I found myself in a situation where financially I wasn't able to keep up because everything is just very expensive, and I live in the heart of Atlanta, very beautiful neighborhood, well established, so you get what you pay for. And Gabriel had good taste and he chose this place. Of course, I definitely said yes. I saw it, I was like, yeah, of course. But we did the math and we were splitting everything down the middle. We really didn't get too much of a chance to, seeing as how we moved in August. But so they came this morning and they really, God placed a blessing on Gianna and I, and I'm so grateful. As soon as they left, I prayed and thanked God with Gianna. So yeah, it was so wonderful to hear that they're going to be able to help. Every little bit of assistance that they are able to help with, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, because it is so difficult to do it alone. I got a position through a third-party employer called Aerotech, and while Aerotech's pretty darn good, they're on their A game, the company that I got the position with, I won't name them, they were horrible. So that contract ended 3 days ago, and finding myself seeking employment again. But I am hopeful, and I'm positive, and I'm a great worker, so I'll find something. I definitely will. I am not too scared. I do get scared about it, but I keep having to remind myself that my life is in God's delicate hands, so no matter what happens, we'll be okay. Gianna and I will be okay. Even if we find ourselves homeless, you know what? We will be okay. So, and I won't let us get to that point. I'll do what I have to do. I was faced with eviction just a couple of days ago, and I had the option to come up with, I think it was like $1,300 more than I had in a 2-day period. Well, I did. Side jobs, putting furniture together. You know, there's an app called, it's a scooter retrieval app. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Bird. I'm not sure the other ones now. My mind is going blank. I can't think of the other ones. Anyway, that app helped me earn some cashola. Not too much, but it helped me. And Handy is another app that you create a profile, and then people locally, or depending on however far you want to drive, post jobs that they need done, and if you have the tools, you go, you do the job, and you get paid for your time. And house cleaning, and so yeah, I mean, I'm not crippled. All my extremities are still working, so I have no excuse if I were to just say, oh no, I'm not going to go and try. I went out and I tried, and I kept praying, and I succeeded. And then, guess what happened? Those ladies showed up and bestowed such a blessing upon us. I cannot even express my gratitude. I cannot. My feelings were hurting yesterday. I'm not even gonna lie. Childhood friend of mine that I called my best friend growing up. I called her my best friend. She never called me her best friend. So I guess I was not that important to her. Good friend. I am a very good friend. So I know that it was no fault of my own. Just personally, like on her side, she's personally going through whatever she's going through, and I cannot help. I tried. When Gabriel passed away, that back room was open, so I had been speaking to this friend on the telephone, and she said, well, come and pick me up. She was in a bad situation, so she had said, dealing with her boyfriend, and she said that it was an abusive situation, and she said that it was a scary situation, and she was in fear for her life. So what did I do? I drove down there and I picked her up, and I did know from the very beginning that it was more hassle than what it was worth, because her heart was not in changing her life. Her mind was not set on focusing on a common goal to better both of our lives and working together on it to achieve that. No. So from the moment I was there picking her up, she was giving me a hard time. Park down the block. Don't come until I call you. Some like 007 type stuff, like real headache type stuff. I am simple. Like, if I'm going to leave somewhere, whoever I'm leaving is going to know I'm leaving. They're going to know when I'm leaving, and it's not going to be an issue. If it's going to be an issue, we're going to solve it really quick, because I don't drag stuff out. I don't do that. And then I don't disrespect other people's time. And she disrespected my time. She's disrespected my time for the last probably month and a half now. So I don't mean any disrespect, again, to her. She knows how I feel. I am just angry at how she allows her life to be. At 30 years old, as a mother, she's a mother. She takes on no responsibility. She complains about her life but does nothing about it. She depends on men to give her money, but says she will not get up and get a 9-to-5 because she's a boss, and she will not have a boss. Even the most successful, wealthy people in this world have a boss. At some point or another, they've answered to somebody, and I guarantee you they still do. They might not want to admit it, but in one aspect of their life or another, yeah, they definitely answer to somebody. So one thing after another with her negativity, and she would not get out of the room. She stayed in the room all day, all night, would not even get up to find a job. I gave her a van. She didn't use it. So when she left to go back to Florida, I didn't think she was coming back. So I had to do what I had to do. My SUV was in need of work, so I brought it to my stepfather's shop to be fixed. Well, I drove the van I had somebody drop me back off to this location, and then I was driving the van. Well, what do you think I drove to go pick up my SUV? I drove the van to go pick up my SUV, and then I dropped it off, drove my SUV home. Well, 2 weeks later, she came back here to Georgia, and I tried about 4 times to take her to go get the van. Well, on the 4th attempt, we actually left, because she will say, I'm getting ready. She take 4 or 5 hours to get ready. That's not normal human behavior. Like, you need help. So finally, this one time, we go down there all the way an hour and 20 minutes away to pick up the van. She's supposed to drive it back. What does she do? She's asleep. She is asleep. I can't wake her up to get it. So I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm not doing this. It went a little overboard, but you know what? I was a little short on rent, and I couldn't depend on her, so I sold the van. Yeah, I sold the mother fluffer. So she got so upset, and she approached me, and she started screaming at the top of her lungs. Now, you're either going to talk to me with respect, you're going to step to me correctly, or I'm not going to deal with you whatsoever. I'm turning a new leaf. I'm trying to be a God-fearing woman, and I'm trying to do the right thing, like turn the other cheek type stuff. So that whole screaming thing that she had, like, that's asking for one thing from me, and that's a fist fight. I'm a 30-year-old woman. What do I look like getting up and fighting somebody? I will. And you know what? Out of anybody I could think of at the moment, she'd give me a run for my money, and I'd like it. But I'm trying to be a new person. And that's all I could hope for her is the best. She apparently wasn't going to tell me that she was leaving. She packed all of her stuff overnight, and like I'm some type of abusive man that she's got to sneak away from. She's so used to being in these messed up relationships. Like, she is so unhealthy mentally, the way she lives. I don't know. So she took off last night. She said she was coming back to pick up some stuff. She locked her door, made me break into it. Long story short, she's on her way back down to Fort Lauderdale. I wasn't going to tell me. Took a lot of my stuff, which obviously it's material. I don't care. She needs it more than I do, apparently. So yeah, I'm just venting because I have nobody else to tell this to, and it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. You cannot help somebody that does not want to help themselves. And I am sorry, but I won't. I won't. If I am able to help somebody, I will not help them unless they are helping themselves. They must first want to help themselves, because other than that, if you try to help them, it's going to go down the drain. It's going to be time wasted. It's going to be money wasted. And it's going to be emotional. It's going to be a wreck. So I think that my rant is over. I am going to continue to seek employment. Not find. I will find employment if I keep seeking employment. But I'm going to go back to exercising and trying to get my mind right. And yeah. Thank you for listening to my crap world. I love you guys. I know I don't know you, but maybe you guys could reach out to me and get to know me. I don't bite. I'm very cool. I know I got snaggletooth. Hashtag snaggletooth. Wait.
Snaggletooth.
I can't do it. Snaggletooth. Can you do the, nice. Look at that hair. Can you tell we haven't been out of the house today yet?
Yeah.
What was the choir singing?
What choir?
On,
TV?
Mm-hmm. What were they saying? No, I can't remember. I'm so stupid. I was about to say moving on up to the east side, Oh man, what were they singing? Stand up. No, it ain't stand up. Lift up.
Wait.
Ooh, lift up.
Nope.
I don't know, you're gonna have to rewind it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm out. Salam.